I'm going to let you know what's on the schedule for this year. Dave only thought he had the shortest presentation today. Actually, to be realistic, we are sort of at the end of our high season events. We did have, of course, the market tour scheduled for a couple weeks from now that had to be postponed. Unfortunately, that will happen, but it's probably not going to happen now until this fall. Unfortunately, Jim, it was necessary, and we understood. I can tell you that we have been working on another wine tasting, one that's more similar to what we have done in the past. The Melia one was, raise your hands if you were at the Melia one. That was a neat experience. I mean, that was a lot of fun and great wine and food, and it was a tremendous event. However, it was also the most expensive event we have ever done. And we're trying to do one that really appeals more to people who didn't join us at the Melia or couldn't. So we're running into a little bit of difficulty with that. There are challenges to it. But the gentleman, the sommelier who worked with us at the Melia, has expressed some interest in working with us to develop one. He's superb. We had a great chat with him. And we'll be getting together with him. The one that we have been working on just has not been working out, and so we're going to probably walk away from that one and try to get together with Morris and put together a really unique but nice wine tasting for everybody. That will still happen this spring sometime. Other than that, and the possibility, and I say possibility, of bringing back an FBC before summer, our events are really pretty much over with. We might try to get a social in there if we can find a venue for that, and we are also touching base with some new people on doing a social. Other than that, it's going to be just the general meetings and FBC if we can get that going, and then this fall we'll ramp up like we always do and start doing some big events. So it's a quick report. If anybody has any questions, that's great. I do want to remind you that for those of you who are not staying afterwards to join our little discussion about the FBC, the decision was made by Dukes to cancel the second one in January, and that decision was strictly a numbers issue. And again, the underlying problem with the numbers not really representing what supposedly would have happened goes back to people that don't buy tickets, but expect to show up and expect there to be food, and it's just not the way things work in this post-COVID world. And unfortunately, it jumped up and bit us at Roanchock, and so we were forced into canceling, and just literally 2 days before the event, so we didn't have enough time to even punt on that one. We are actively looking at a number of options, and I think we'll be able to do something. The question is when and where, and we will of course keep you notified. After the meeting today, for those of you that might not be aware, we have invited anybody who wants to stay and do sort of a brainstorming. It's not going to be a complaint session for the FBC. It's going to be an idea session. What can we do to bring it back? Ideas and maybe where it can be, how we structure it, how often we do it. Everything's on the table, but we're trying to look at going forward, and that's what the meeting is about, is collectively getting enough heads together that we can come up with some really good ideas and make this transition. We did try, as most of you are aware, we tried the transition earlier this year when Dukes pulled the plug after our second one at Maya. Fortunately, we had been looking already for options, and were able to make the switch first to this hotel, and then later to Toulouse. Both are, if we get outside of Dukes, let's face it, if we get outside of Dukes, we're looking at a Thai menu primarily, and that has been a bit of a challenge. Those doors are frankly still open to us. I'm not sure if we want to walk through them as far as Toulouse or this hotel is concerned again. It's on the table, but it's an idea. And trying to figure a way around that. And that's just, we need to come up with a solution that everybody is happy with. So please join us if you can. That's all I have. Thank you.